Hello, Brett Ellis with the Ellis team at Keller Williams, and today we're going to do something different than we normally do. Today we're going to be reviewing the liquid springs on the gas RV. So I'm excited to test it out. Just got the brand new RV and we're going to check it out. So come on inside. Okay, we're back inside. Got our dog Kona here, so if you hear some panting, that's him, not me. Anyway, here's the theory about what we're doing. I test drove a Fleetwood diesel, and I thought, boy, this is really nice. It had good horsepower, and it rode just really well. And I thought, it's a lot of money with a recession coming up last year. Interest rates probably going up, so I thought, is there an alternative that might ride like a diesel? And I found out about this thing called liquid springs. And I went online, I watched the factory reviews, and I saw all these guys doing all this technical stuff, and I thought, looks interesting. So we took a chance. Last August, we ordered a brand new Fleetwood Southwind 37F. Just got it, and we're going to test out the liquid springs. Now I took a gamble. This upgrade was like, I can't remember, if it was $26,000 or $30,000, but everyone said it makes it ride like a diesel. So my theory was this: I talked to people who said, if you get a diesel, every time you open the hood, it's like $1,000 just to start. So I thought, okay, repair costs and maintenance is going to be a lot more, and then gas. You know, diesel's like $5 a gallon, and gas is like $3.06 yesterday, so almost $2 difference. So I thought, well, I thought diesels get better gas mileage, and they said no, they really don't, because they're carrying extra weight and all kind of stuff. So anyway, we took a chance. We ordered the liquid springs, so we get all the cost savings, and hopefully we get the ride, but we don't know. I haven't driven this thing yet. So want to take you through, kind of show you how this thing levels and whatnot, and then we're going to take it for our first ride. And I'll be the first to admit, it's either going to be a pleasant surprise and it's going to be a great decision, or we're going to be disappointed. And I don't know how it's going to go because I haven't driven the thing yet, but we're in for a surprise, and we're going to find out, and hopefully whatever we learn helps you and you don't make this costly mistake that we're about to make, or you're going to save a bunch of money if you're on the fence about diesel and gas, and it'll swing you that way too. And I'm not selling anything, it's just sharing our experience. You know, I do real estate. I have nothing to do with RVs. Now I can sell you some RV lots and stuff down here in Southwest Florida, but other than that, the suspension thing, and going back one step further, we had the 2020 Fleetwood Southwind 35K, and it was on a 2019 chassis. And when we first got it, it was like terrifying. I had two trucks passing, and we're going up a hill, and the engine was revving up, and it was just a little scary. So I upgraded that suspension. I got the better rear sway bar. I put the Safety Plus steering, and it got a lot better. And I got pretty good at driving it, but I still wanted something better, either the diesel or something like this. So that's the premise where we're coming from. We're going to test it out, and we're either going to be very happy, mildly happy, or very disappointed. And but whatever it is, we're stuck with it, so I'm hoping we're happy. So come on up front now. We'll test it out, and I'll show you how the thing works. So as you can see, it's an air down here. This is a brand new unit, just delivered from the factory with 1,240 miles. And this is what the liquid springs looks like. And we have 3 adjustments on the ride. We have comfort, we have normal, and we have sport, and then we have the height. And the one thing I noticed when I had it parked in the spot here, right here a second ago, this, if I held the camera steady, you would see this go up and down. So it's adjusting the height of the rig. So they say this is a 12-foot 10, but I'm going to have to go back out and measure this, because when this thing goes up, it may be higher, and it sits down just like a diesel, so that when you get out, the coach is much lower to the ground. So it's actually just right there. It's already kind of like a diesel, although they're using liquid instead of air suspension. The next thing we want to do is take this thing out of the road. Have not been on the road yet. I want to see what that's like. So I'm going to turn the camera over to my wife here, and we're going to pull out of here and see how it goes. Okay, we're going to fire this thing up. We're just getting ready to take it out of the RV storage place, and we're going to make this turn. And the cool thing about this turn here is it's down a hill and a slope. So my old RV, I could really feel the roll. And let's just see how this thing does here. A little bit of roll, but that was significantly better, I think. how it feels going down the road here. So I really feel the difference in the V8 engine too. They call it the Godzilla engine, but it's not revving up as hard. It's not working as hard or as loud as that V10, or the Triton V10. So I like that. This just feels more like driving a car. Now we picked a particularly windy day. Yesterday winds were like gusting to like 46 and 50 miles an hour. They said they're going to be 10 to 20. I don't think they're that high yet, but I thought this would be good to drive this thing in the wind and just see how it goes, because the old one, I really noticed it in the wind. So we're coming up on a roundabout here. Even the bumps are like, it's not shaking the whole thing. Like when this thing hit, it was like an earthquake going down the road, and I don't feel that now. Okay, so we're entering the roundabout. Here, yeah, that is significantly better. This is actually pleasurable to drive. And this road has a little bit of bumps to it. It's not a bad road, but it's not entirely smooth either. But this is really kind of like driving a car. The next thing we're going to do, now this is really nice. The next thing we're going to do is take it out of the interstate and go up an exit. We'll see how it does. Okay, you can pause it now. Okay, we're getting ready to get on the interstate. We just took Daniels Parkway to get here. You hear this new Godzilla engine. I expect it to be loud, but it's not near as loud as the old V10. I will say one thing, on the way over here on Daniels, I don't think you're going to feel the driver fatigue with these liquid springs. This felt like driving a car. So, and already I'm not feeling the roll getting on the entrance ramp like I used to. So I'll let you know my speed and how we're going on this thing. This is kind of a tight curve. And right now we're going about 30. And the liquid springs helped a lot. It's right there. I'm stepping on it pretty good here. Not feeling much. I've got it on the comfort mode with these liquid springs, and this is truly like driving a car. So I would say 1,000% difference so far. I'm going to switch it to comfort. I don't know if you're supposed to be switching this thing in high speed or not, but I'm going to do it. Right, so it's probably doing whatever it's going to do to get us in comfort mode. Semis passed it and it didn't blow me around. It took that, whatever it used to do, and I didn't even know it. I'm sitting here messing with the liquid springs. And so that was kind of interesting. I guarantee you, I would have noticed that before. When someone comes up behind you, it would just kind of push you. I'm not getting any of that right now. And today is supposed to be a windy day. I can't really tell yet from the trees that it's that windy. But it's significantly quieter ride, smoother ride, and I noticed when we hit these things, everything in the RV used to shake, and now that's not happening. It's a mellow ride, and I like it. up the interstate and get off, and I'll make that tight turn. We're down in Fort Myers, Florida, so we'll be turning up on Colonial. So it'll be interesting to see how that tight turn is. And then the nice thing about Colonial is it's a rough, meandering road because they've been doing construction, and I really want to test out these liquid springs on that and see how it does, because I know what it felt like on the other one. And now that I've seen what I've seen, my anticipation is it's going to be better. I don't know how it couldn't be, but that's going to be the roughest part of the road, and that's going to be the most interesting, I think. But I'm really glad we got to do this interstate ride, because this is like driving a car. Oh, the other thing I noticed, and it probably has nothing to do with the liquid springs, the brake pedal. Like, you literally needed to have, like, if you're right foot, you kind of needed to work out, you need like a gorilla foot to stop the thing. This isn't like that. This is like a car pedal. I mean, it just, and you'll see, well, I don't know if you'll see, but I'll see, it's just easy to push down and this thing will stop. And then the whole thing just kind of like sits down like a car stopping. And I think that is because of liquid springs. So, whatever they've done, they've made that better. That right there, we would hit, and the whole RV would go boom, and you'd hear stuff rattling. And maybe it's not doing that because we don't have anything in the RV yet. But this is 100% quieter, 100%. So I really like this. So even this road right here was really bumpy, and it just took it. You can pause it for a second. Okay, we're getting ready to make that turn on the Colonial that I was telling you about. Right here is going to be a nice dip. That wasn't bad at all. Here I would expect some major sway. And we do have some sway, but not major. And then it's going to get really fun up here, because even in my Jeep, you're just really canvassing the road, and it's going to be interesting to see how this does that as we get up here. It'll be a little bit past the next intersection, so I'll probably pause the video and we'll pick it up when we get up there. Okay, so we're picking it up in an area under construction that's really bumpy and wavy. So I want to see how this thing does. Right here is a big dip. Wow. I felt like we floated through that one. That was amazing. So that right there, that was worth having the liquid springs for that right there. And then this is the last patch right here. So we took that about 40. We're speeding up to about 50 here. So let's wrap this up. My overall impressions are, I am pleasantly surprised. I'm actually more than happy with what we just went through in that construction, what we went through on Daniels and on the interstate. This I think is going to dramatically reduce the driver fatigue, and it'll be more like driving a car. The sway, the bounce, and I'm actually thinking, and I could be wrong on this, but I'm actually thinking that it may decrease the wear and tear on things in the vehicle. All those vibrations, screws come loose, things wear out, and I'm thinking, because of what I've seen today, it might decrease some of that too. That might be wishful thinking, I don't know, but basically, I'm very pleased with what I've seen. And for that, I can't remember if it's 26 or 30,000 or whatever the investment it was. I think it was worth it, because the diesels were like $100,000 more right off the bat, plus the increased maintenance, plus the fuel costs. And if you don't treat a diesel right, something goes wrong on it, those repairs could be very serious. On a gas engine, yeah, it's serious, and you should always treat things right, and we do. But I think it would be less serious than a diesel. So my take is, thumbs up for the Liquid Springs. I would highly recommend it. If anyone wants to reach out to me, you can call me at my office, 239-489-4042. If you're thinking about real estate in Southwest Florida, that's where we really shine. I'm no expert at this stuff, but call me at my office, and we'd be happy to talk to you about the Liquid Spring. We're definitely happy to help you with real estate, RV lots, or just for single-family homes. That's what we're here for. Thanks for tuning in, and you've been watching The Future of Real Estate presented by the Ellis team at Keller Williams. This was our RV edition.
If you're selling or you're buying or moving right away, the Ellis team can help you. Call the Ellis team today. 3 decades of experience makes them your very best choice, because they know